Fantasy Football Minute, Fantasy Football Minute, Fantasy Football Minute with Bob Waffles.
Welcome to the Week 8 edition of Fantasy Football Minute. I am your host, Bob Waffles. Joining us this week, you may remember her from our Week 4 edition. Please welcome back Kim Vaughn. Hello, Kim.
Thank you, Bob. It is so great to be back.
Let's jump right into the action out in Mesa.
Oh boy, Bob. The Mesa Bus Yard League is really heating up. Team 203 is lighting up the scoreboard and there looks to be no end in sight. This week Eric took on Tanker and the Ultimate Warriors in a rematch of their Week 1 match. Team 203 was looking for some vengeance from that loss and they found it. Eric led this matchup from beginning to end. With a healthy lead heading into Monday, thanks in part again to the 49ers defense, Eric was capable of easily defeating Tanker and winning yet another biggest blowout award. Final score was Team 203, 157, the Ultimate Warriors, 114.
Tanker wasted no time in posting excuses about his best players being on a bye. Seriously though, if you are not prepared for bye weeks and adjusting your rosters accordingly, maybe you do not belong in this league.
Yeah, Bob. I mean, suggesting that you only lost because of your own unpreparedness is really kind of weak.
Moving on, our next match featured Jermaine and the Black Dynamite taking on Victor and his Vipers. Jermaine has asked us to please stop using his name, and what Jermaine wants, Jermaine gets. We will henceforth stop calling Jermaine, and start calling Jermaine, the coach of Black Dynamite, formerly known as Jermaine. Hopefully this will be an improvement for the coach of Black Dynamite, formerly known as Jermaine. This match looked to be a blowout from the start as Victor has been unable to get anything going on offense and Black Dynamite has been the league leader since the start of the season. Things quickly got out of hand for the coach of Black Dynamite, formerly known as Jermaine, as Aaron Rodgers was only able to manage 15 points and his receiving core put up a lofty 7 points. The victory still did not come easy as the Vipers were only able to crank out 97 points. Victor squeaked by with the lowest winning score of the season, the final in this yawn fest. Black Dynamite, 86, Vipers, 97.
That brings us to this week's Preparation HP's Poor Performer Award. This week's award will be split between Victor and the coach of Black Dynamite, formerly known as Jermaine. Congratulations guys, your teams combined for only 183 points. Excellent work.
It is fall again, folks, and you know what that means. A return to the cool days and nights that we all love. What autumn night would be complete without a nice warm beverage? We here on the Minute prefer cider from the Dickens Company. That is right, folks. Dickens cider is the best on a cool November night. I love to heat it up in the microwave. There is nothing better than a warm Dickens cider. Justin's mom will not even let me leave the house without a Dickens cider. And if there's one thing I know she loves to share, it is a Dickens cider. Find Dickens cider in the juice aisle at your favorite supermarket.
I do love a Dickens cider myself, Bob.
I would love to have a Dickens cider with you someday, Kim.
Moving on to our third match. Hart and Full Flak Jacket were looking to extend their winning streak to 2 games as they took on Commissioner Randy and his Lions. Both teams had all their players set to go Sunday. Quarterback Matt Stafford for the Lions posted a huge game with 41 points, easily outscoring the still respectable 31 points by quarterback Matt Ryan. Randy brought his A game this week and Hart was just unable to compete. In one of only 2 games that was finished on Sunday, the Lions managed to defeat Full Flak Jacket. Final in this one, Full Flak Jacket, 119, Lions, 156.
Shelly and Kathy, the 2 ladies in our league, squared off in the cat fight of the century this week as Rather Be teeing off and WTF both needed a win to make a run for the playoffs. WTF looked to be in trouble early as 2 of their starters posted a big fat goose egg. Shelly was unable to take advantage though, and Kathy held on to win this one. Final score, Rather Be teeing off, 83, WTF, 100. Both of these teams will need to string together some wins and soon if they hope to continue into the postseason.
That is why I leave the football to the men, Bob. We women are just far too delicate for this sport. Coaches like Eric and the coach of Black Dynamite, formerly known as Jermaine, are just too manly. Our emotionally crippled minds are unable to come up with any ways to defeat these fine examples of manhood.
That brings us to Bob's Bag, the portion of the show where we answer your questions. This week's question was sent in by Clyde Baumgartner III in Pocatello, Idaho. Clyde asks, "Hey Bob. I love the show. How much money do you make, Bob?" Well, Clyde, that is a rather personal question, but I am willing to share. Being a world-renowned expert on fantasy football actually pays very little. Most of the money that I make comes in the form of endorsements for some of the fine products you hear us advertise on the show. I make enough to live in a nice trailer just outside of the city limits. I drive a beautifully restored 1976 Mercury Bobcat Villager, and occasionally I am able to save up $1 or $2 and have Tanker's mom come over for a night of naked Jenga. Thanks for your question.
I was the naked Jenga champion of my middle school. Hot damn, I loved the game. Our next match featured Joel and the Dallas Texans going up against Ed and his Globe Vandals. This battle of shitty places to live was another game that was over on Sunday as neither team had players involved in Monday night's matchup. Globe started quarterback Philip Rivers, who posted a breathtaking 5 points. Joel's had a bit more luck, squeezing 23 points out of Tony Romo. By the end of Sunday night, Joel was able to string together just enough offense to defeat Ed. Final in this crapfest was Texans, 110, Vandals, 89.
Hey Kim.
Yes, Bob.
Did you hear about the power outage at Texas Stadium?
No, Bob, I did not hear about that. Was anybody hurt?
Nobody was injured, but hundreds of Cowboys fans were stuck on the escalator for hours.
That is a good one, Bob.
Our final matchup this evening pitted Justin and his Schwarzeneggers against Jose and the Zippers. Justin was looking to recover from last week's loss to Team 203, and Jose was trying to gain some consistency as he has been unable to string together successive wins since Week 4. Jose came out swinging and netted a quick 28 points from Ben Roethlisberger. He went on to post an impressive 183 points by the time Sunday's games were over. Justin managed 135 points on Sunday and was hoping for a huge game from Larry Fitzgerald and the Cardinals' defense. Needing 48 points on Monday, Justin was sweating the outcome. Jose managed to keep his lead, and Justin now falls to 3-5 on the season. Final in this brutal beatdown, Schwarzeneggers, 135, Zippers, 183.
An excellent week to watch fantasy football, great games all around. On a serious note this week, folks, I hope all of you with friends and family affected by Hurricane Sandy are doing well. Many lives were affected by this disaster. Please do whatever you can to help.
An excellent point, Kim. Normally we would have a special report from Frank Greebles, but Mr. Greebles is on vacation this week. He should be back next week with more exciting interviews. Join us next week as we recap more great action from the Mesa Bus Yard. Team 203 will be facing the Vipers, the Lions will take on the Ultimate Warriors, Rather Be teeing off meets the Globe Vandals, Full Flak Jacket will showdown with the renamed Polymimetic Alloy, WTF will square off against the Dallas Texans, and Black Dynamite will hope to resume their winning ways against the Zippers. I would like to thank Kim Vaughn and our sponsors this week. I am Bob Waffles. Good day.